In the world of Transformer games, few titles capture the franchise's spirit as perfectly as this game. Developed by Platinum Games and released in October of 2015, this game quickly earned a reputation as a fan favorite. Also guys, side note, Devastator's in this. I mean, how cool is that? In short, this game is a love letter to longtime fans, and may be considered the high point of Transformer video games. So, what is this game, you ask? Well, just watch this.
Megatron and his Decepticons are already here. By the Matrix.
On the plus side, I think we finally get to bust some Decepticons.
So yes, this game is none other than Transformers Devastation. So, in my first segment of the video, I'm going to talk about exactly what the game entails. So, starting with the developer and genre, it was built by Platinum Games, the studio behind Bayonetta and Vanquish. Devastation is a fast-paced hack-and-slash brawler. Very much the mold of Platinum's signature action games. It shifts fluidly between
Autobots, roll out!
robot and vehicle modes, with instant transformation attacks and combos. IGN even noted the gameplay as evokes shades of Vanquish and Bayonetta's flashy, fast-paced, combo-driven madness, only streamlined for accessibility. Moving to the art style and tone, the game uses a cel-shaded comic book art style to mimic the look of the original cartoon and the '86 movie. Characters glow bright with colors and thick outlines, making Optimus Prime and Megatron look like they're actually popping onto the screen. Heck, even the soundtrack includes rock and power ballad cues, which is something that came from the '80s cartoon. The Devastation tells an original G1 era story. Megatron and the Constructicons are trying to cyberform Earth into a new Cybertron, and it's up to Autobots to stop them. It draws inspiration from the old cartoon, the IDW comics, and the Combiner Wars toy line. So, now I'm going to go over the playable characters. You can play as 5 Autobots. Of course, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, and the Dinobot Grimlock. Each has a distinct fighting style. Prime is slow but powerful, Bumblebee is fast but lighter, Grimlock is heavy hitting, etc. As GameStop explained, while these characters aren't hugely distinct, they're far more than simple palette swaps. Each has unique moves and combos to master. In terms of gameplay mechanics, I'm only going to touch briefly on this, but combat emphasizes combos, counters, and timed vehicle attacks. After chaining attacks, players get a prompt for a powerful vehicle form attack, then dodge and continue the assault. In the next segment, I'm going to explain exactly why it's the best. So, of course, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the nostalgic authenticity. The game oozes old-school Transformer charm, and reviewers repeatedly praise how it recaptures the franchise's spirit. GameStop even noted that every loving detail perfectly conveys the vibe of a Saturday classic morning cartoon. This also includes some Easter eggs, the hero/evil archetypes, and even moral clarity. And of course, the story is really simple and fun. However, yeah, it is a bit short. And of course, besides that, I have some personal experience playing it over at my friend's house, where we actually beat the game on I think a few days. So that was really fun. But in terms of ratings, I can give you the critics' scores. IGN rated it 7.7 out of 10. Destructoid gave it 8.5 out of 10. Game Informer gave it 8 out of 10. And Wikipedia noted it as being nostalgia with colorful graphics and gratifying boss battles. Alright, so now you probably, if you haven't already, are going to go on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, or PS5/4 and try and figure out exactly how you can buy this game, whether it's on the eShop if you already have access to it, blah blah blah. But that's the thing, you can't. So that brings us to the next segment, issues with getting it today. Sadly, Devastation is very hard to buy new. After its 2015 release, the game's publisher, Activision, lost the license, and Devastation was delisted from all digital stores at the end of 2017. IGN reported the contract with Activision to publish Transformers games has expired, and, as a result, Devastation disappeared from digital marketplaces like PSN, the Xbox Store, and Steam. In fact, according to IGN, Hasbro has not announced any new partnership for console Transformers games. In practical terms, this means you cannot buy Devastation on PSN, Xbox Live, or Steam anymore. The DLC packs, which is 3 character packs featuring Soundwave, Shockwave, Jetfire, etc., were also pulled from sale. So, because the game was delisted, the only way to get to Devastation now is via physical copies or secondhand sales. Players who already own the disc, however, can still play, of course, but newcomers must find the disc on eBay, Amazon Marketplace, or used game stores. This has led to scarcity and price hikes, especially on the newer platforms, for example PS4 and Xbox One. In fact, Kotaku noted in late 2017 that Activision pulled all Transformer games from Steam and PSN, forcing the community to scramble for old keys. Right now, however, if you want to buy Devastation, here's a listing for it that you can buy for 110 AUD. So yes, it doesn't come cheap and it's PS4. Here's the best listing I could find for an Xbox One. Here's the best I could find for PlayStation 3. And for PC, I simply could not find any. As per the possibility of a comeback, fans have long wondered if Devastation or other Transformer games might return. As of 2025, however, there is no concrete news of re-release or remaster. The key issues remains licensing, and as IGN explained, Activision's deal with Hasbro lapsed in late 2017. And Hasbro is, I quote, is not at this time discussing what, if any, plans it might have for Transformer games on PC and consoles in the future. Alright guys, in summary, Transformers Devastation stands as a high watermark for Transformer video games. Its faithful G1 aesthetics, star-studded voice cast with Peter Cullen, Frank Welker, etc., and accelerating Platinum Games combat made it a game that critics can't even hate. Also guys, I put a lot of research, editing, and even wrote an entire 6-page script for this, as well as a lot of sources. So please guys, subscribe, as it would really make my day. Anyways guys, see you later.